This last loss against the Ravens was a very, very difficult one, but it is refreshing to hear from 49ers captain and middle linebacker Fred Warner as he kind of talks about the game in its totality and discusses kind of his perception of this particular game. Obviously, the 49ers offense struggled, and as a result, things kind of tumbled downhill on the team. But I do find Fred Warner's thoughts on the game refreshing. And I do think that this is an outlier game for the San Francisco 49ers. And, guys like Fred, when you have him in the locker room, that is just going to be a great guy to lean on and getting out of these types of ruts. And I think what he had to say was absolutely phenomenal. Take a listen to Fred Warner right here via the Warner House podcast as he talks about kind of what happened in this game against the Ravens and how just a couple more plays on the defensive side could have swung this game back towards the 49ers. Take a listen to what he had to say right here.
Should we dive into this game?
Sure.
Okay. So, yesterday, Christmas Day, the Ravens defeat 49ers 33-19. Levi's Stadium.
Here you go.
Just before we dive into the logistics and the numbers of it all, how do you feel about this?
Mixed feelings. Obviously, got to give them their credit. They came in here, our house, handled business. The score was very lopsided. We talk about it often. The recipe for us winning games and especially dominating games is we take the ball away on defense and we protect the ball on offense. And last night we just didn't do that. I'm always going to look inward and look at my side of the ball and like us not getting any takeaways. That was really what did us. You know what I'm saying? Like if we are able to get one, even two, our goal going into every game is getting 3 takeaways. Yeah. That's the goal. We get 3 takeaways, we know we're going to win that football game. We didn't get a single takeaway. We grabbed 1 or 2. We were still in the game at the very end, even if we were to score on that last drive on offense and be down by 1 score. And then like we had all 3 timeouts. There was a situation there at the end, regardless of what had happened, where we still could have won. But imagine if defensively we were able to take the ball away 1 or 2 more times. Of course, everybody's going to go to point fingers outside the building of talking down on Brock and all these other things. And like, hey, this is the league. It is what it is. Like things happen. And the offense has had our back, like had the defense's back all season long. It was our turn to return the favor, and we didn't do that. So, like I said, much props to the Ravens. They got a lot of good players. Lamar Jackson is as advertised. I mean, I played against him already before, but he's still playing at an elite level and can do it all. Can obviously use his legs to run, passing the football. And you could just tell like his teammates really are behind him, and they play for him out there. So I got a lot of respect for Lamar, and I told him that after the game when I saw him.
That's good. I don't know much about him. I don't know why. But
he won the MVP back in, I think that was 2019.
He's a heck of a quarterback.
I think we came out the same year in 2018. We came out the same year. He was drafted in the first round to the Ravens. And ever since he got drafted, he's like, man, I'm trying to win a Super Bowl. I want to win a Super Bowl. Like, that's his mindset. And, like, so he's made of the right stuff. He's, like, the type of guy that, I can get along with because, like, he's made of the right – he's got the right mindset. He's made of the right stuff. So, he a good dude, great player.
Congrats to them, honestly. They did their thing. They won the game.
Yeah, I
mean, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, they won the game. And, like I just said, you make it hard on yourself when – you don't get any takeaways and you're giving the ball to the team. Like
I don't know if it was the first quarter or the second, but it was like after the second or third interception, and I looked over to my brother and I was like, Fred told me that after the 3 what is it called? 3
takeaway
turnovers that the odds are not good, like in our favor. I was at that point I was panicking. But then we kept on doing all this crazy stuff to keep ourselves in the game, and I was like, he's like, look at that, and we got the safety, and then we just held them. We did this like a couple of 3 and outs, which was really nice. And I was like, okay, like, oh, this is odd. Like, it's actually not. It could have been a lot worse at that point. I think the fact that they kept getting these interceptions, and then but somehow we kept them from scoring a lot at the second quarter-ish, but then things took a turn. But I think only like at the fourth quarter they took a turn where I was like, this is looking very doubtful, because I had faith all the way up until about that fourth quarter.
Yeah, probably the most disappointing part of the game is nothing that happened in that first half. I know we literally gave them the ball 3 times in that first half.
Yeah.
It was 3-0 turnover differential. Even through all of that, we were down by 4 points going into the half, and our offense had the ball up first. Yeah. And so the disappointing part was, obviously, they ended up getting the ball back quick, and defensively, we gave up 2 quick scores, 2 quick touchdowns, and boom, the game is like it looks out of reach, just like that, like in the blink of an eye.
Yeah.
So we just got to be better.
Yeah.
We got to play better. Teams are too good. Teams are too good. This is the top seeded team in the AFC.
That's a good team.
You can't slip up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
No, and we slipped up when we literally could not have. So they won the game, but it's okay because we might see them in the Super Bowl. And
right now, we're not even worried about no Super Bowl.
No, I know, but I'm just, as a fan, I'm thinking to myself, whatever, it's fine if we lose this game, because we'd rather beat a team once rather than having to beat them twice. Odds are in our favor that way. So if we do go there, if they go there, and we are at the match at the end of the day, us too, if that's how the cookie crumbles, then it would be nice to have an opportunity to play better against them.
Very nice, baby.
Thank you.
Love you.
Love you.
This is why Fred has the captain's patch on his chest. Like, the fact that, he takes accountability for this loss, saying, if the defense just got 1 or 2 turnovers, we're back in this game. We're right there. We didn't do that. The offense has been, kind of pulling us along all year. It was our turn to do it, and we didn't do it. I appreciate that about Fred, and I think that's why, he's got to be one of the most respected players in the NFL. Obviously one of the most respected players on the team. And I appreciate what he says. It's like, I get it. Like, the whole team didn't play that well. And we've talked about it a million times. It was just a weird game. Just all of it is weird. Fluky almost. But that's not an excuse. It still happened, and the 49ers lost as a result. But again, I do appreciate, Fred, again, he's a leader. He's a captain. He takes accountability, says it's on us to step up and help, and we didn't do that. And I appreciate that about Fred. I really do. I know this game is going to be a tough one, but I think, honestly, this is going to be a situation where the San Francisco 49ers are made of the right stuff, and games like this will cause them to refocus, work even harder, and be more focused moving forward. So, it was an unfortunate one. Obviously, it's a tough one to digest, but I feel okay with this one. I felt a lot worse, I think, in that 3-game losing streak that the 49ers had, Browns, Minnesota, and Bengals. That one felt worse because it felt like we were losing grip on the season. But they were able to bounce back and just go on a tear, 6-game winning streak after the bye. And then they fall to the Ravens. So listen, the 49ers have 2 games left, Washington and Rams. The Rams are going to be a dangerous team. The Washington Commanders, they're playing their backup quarterback. So we'll see what kind of game they give. Obviously, they've got nothing to lose. They're playing for jobs. They're doing all different types of things. So we'll have to keep an eye on that situation. Obviously, it's an away game, 10 a.m. start on the East Coast. So plenty of opportunities for a trap. But I do think the 49ers will come out focused, ready to go, wanting to put this Ravens game behind them and reproving to themselves that they are the team that they know they are. So again, I love what Fred had to say. What did you guys think about what Fred had to say? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, make sure to like and subscribe for more updates.